Good evening, and welcome to The Feed. I'm Kevin Christensen.
And I'm Jonathan Wright.
And before we start, we'd like to state that although we are a satirical news segment,
all news stories and clips are real, fact-checked, and not made up.
No matter how ridiculous they may seem, because people seem to doubt that.
So, knowing that,
here's what's up.
Divers off the coast of the Netherlands found a 400-year-old dress at the bottom of the ocean. This is a great discovery, but the question still remains, is it white and gold or blue and black? I still don't know.
The West Coast is beginning to see more and more food trucks, such as the Seattle Barkery, catering cuisine to dogs. Not to be confused by Eastern food trucks catering dogs as cuisine.
Come on. Come on now. British officials created a poll for civilians to name a $300 million research vessel.
Cheaper than my books.
Exactly. But rejected the winner due to its lack of seriousness. The name, Bodie McBoatface. I mean, even Kanye could come up with a better name than that. I mean, come on now.
CNN reports that after 17 years of hibernation, billions of cicadas will emerge this year in multiple northeastern states. So, regardless of if Trump wins the presidency or not, people will still be evacuating to Canada.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
It's very true.
Bernie Sanders paid a visit to the Vatican, where he was welcomed by the Pope. Not surprising, seeing as the church has a long history of supporting Jewish socialists who criticize the upper class. Hey, come on. It's a Jesus joke.
We're talking about Jesus. Yeah. Come on. You guys have had how many years of religion? Anyway. Hillary Clinton made an apology after a speech in Ohio. What? Okay.
Calm down.
After a speech in Ohio where she said she would be putting a lot of coal miners out of work. But hey, this isn't the first news involving a Clinton and a miner.
A new study from George Washington University has found that people who consume high levels of fast food face risks of infertility. This is partly due to the chemicals in the food, but mostly because no one wants kids with you anyway. I mean, just try it. You can't order a McBoyfriend. Come on now.
An Adventist-run healthcare system paid $2 million after allegedly using leftover chemotherapy drugs on patients. Because Adventists, always sharing the remnant. Always.
That's true. That's true. So did you hear this? A Michigan man drank $240 worth of canine tick and flea preventative medicine after being caught trying to shoplift a package. I guess you could say he was ticked off he couldn't flee the scene. Because it's tick and flea.
I get it.
Yeah,
to flee.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
The U.S. Treasury has announced that Harriet Tubman will replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. No news as to where Jackson will go, but my guess is it's a long, tiring trail full of tears.
Come on. I mean, although this is a big step for black people, it still sucks because now they're really not going to recognize my 20. They're definitely going to think it's counterfeit now. When did this happen? I thought it was Andrew Jackson.
I'm going to need to check that first. Cambridge University released a new study finding that certain genes can determine whether people lose their virginity earlier or later than average, especially if those genes are apple bottom. It's science.
Don't do that again.
It's science.
Don't do that again. This month, this month, George Mason University approved renaming their law school the Antonin Scalia School of Law. Only after did they realize the acronym.
This is true.
This is real.
This is real. Google it.
No, this is completely real.
These jokes write themselves.
Honestly, every law student was probably like, great. As if I wasn't called one enough already.
The 2016 Summer Olympic torch was lit on April 21st in Greece. This event is not to be confused with the entire population of Colorado, which was lit the day before on 420.
Okay, all right. So we want to shift our attention now and look at the world of politics a little bit. See, as human beings, we are all bound to make mistakes, but being good people, we try and correct them.
We have a term for these people: goofs.
But there are some people who keep making mistakes and ask for attention as they make them.
We have a term for these people: politicians.
And lately, we've seen a lot of these politicians make a lot of goofs.
Like when Hillary tried a little too hard to be a commoner riding the subway.
Oh, when she tried to swipe her card, it didn't work once, twice, 3 times, 4 times.
You know, somewhere Bill was like, listen, if you wanted a Clinton who knows how to make it work on the first try, you should have come to me.
So Bernie Sanders made his own goof when he decided to make the worst mixtape ever in 1987.
As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me.
Wow. All right, Bernie. Listen, in 1987, it was straight fire. As in, you straight up wanted to set it on fire.
And more recently, Donald Trump made his big goof when he couldn't remember, even after writing it down, 9/11.
Is I want to talk just for a second. I wrote this out, and it's very close to my heart because I was down there, and I watch our police and our firemen down on 7-Eleven.
Come on, Donald.
At 7-Eleven? Wait, like the convenience store? I mean, I suppose I've probably seen some police and firemen at the 7-Eleven before too, but I wouldn't consider it close to my heart. Maybe close to my heartburn, but like, what do you expect from 7-Eleven?
I mean, that's true. That's true. And actually, in response, some people have claimed that Trump was referencing the Greenville Fire District located at 711 Central Park Avenue, claiming it's colloquially referred to as the 7-Eleven. However, this isn't true either, because even the Greenville Fire District posted on their website that, quote, Greenville Fire District is never referred to under any circumstance as 7-Eleven.
But I can see where Trump was coming from. Like, you know, I can still see him being like, we were there, it was great, getting Slurpees, eating hot dogs. The hot dogs were huge, like my hands.
So, all right, so we've already talked about Hillary and Bernie and Trump in other feed episodes, but recently one person's goofs have stood out above the rest. Ted Cruz. I'm sorry, wait. I'm sorry, that's a guess from Mari trying to determine the father of her child. Okay, no, let's try again. No, wait. No, that's a sketch of the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah. Which, ironically, public policy polling found that 10% of Florida voters say he is for sure the Zodiac Killer. And another 28% aren't sure. So if there are any Floridians in the house, Ted Cruz is not actually the Zodiac Killer, I think.
Do you know for sure? Oh, there he is. Is he there? Ted Cruz?
Yes.
All right, the man you can't tell if he's smiling or about to cry.
He always looks like his parents just gave him the wrong Christmas gift, and he's like trying to be nice about it. Like, I did ask for the Xbox One, but one doesn't mean the first Xbox.
Well, recently he's made some rather poorly thought out statements. Take, for example, his concession speech.
You may have been knocked down, But America has always been best when she is lying down with her back on the mat.
I'm sorry,
what? That's straight up Title IX stuff.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Was that the best use of wording you could use there, Ted? I mean, you want to talk about your Iowa caucus while you're at it?
Look, the problem Republicans are facing right now is that many of them don't like Trump, with the highest unfavorability rating. But their next best option isn't popular either.
Look at Ted Cruz. He is now at 53% unfavorability. That is the highest unfavorability that he has seen throughout this campaign. He is growing more unpopular by the day.
He is so unpopular, even the homeschool kids moved when he sat at the table. What? Hey, I was homeschooled, okay? I'm allowed to make that joke. Shut up.
One problem he's facing is that people don't find him relatable. Maybe it's because of policies like vowing to eliminate the departments of education and housing, or how he claims to support the First Amendment rights, protecting religious freedoms, yet said he wants to empower law enforcement to patrol Muslim neighborhoods.
So, whatever the reason, he held a town hall to try and connect with voters. You know, show him he's a regular guy. But of course, this just worsened it.
And indeed, just a couple of days ago, I was back for Caroline's daddy-daughter picnic at school, which featured all the dads running and playing games. And
my favorite.
Your favorite was that she got to dress up Daddy in like this pink boa and these like big goofy-looking underwear.
And FYI, that was on a videotape the whole time.
Uh-oh.
And now it's a class video that they're sending out to all the parents.
Oh, really?
Yo, it's bad. You know that week's elementary school newsletter was just a link to that video.
It's
right?
like, watch this. And this isn't the first time Ted's tried to capitalize on his family in front of the media and failed. You remember when his daughter wouldn't accept a hug and he tried to play it off?
Do you think you can win here, Ted?
Are you taking off?
Yeah, they're going with me. Hey, let's hop out of my street. We're taking her.
Ow!
Good job. Good.
Yo, that is straight up the creepiest look ever. Like, now I see why she was trying to get away.
But the other thing Ted's been accused of is lying, even earning him the nickname from Trump of Lion Ted. And the best part is that the town hall, when his daughter called him out on lying too, like, watch this.
Okay. Sounds good.
And they have karaoke machines they got for Christmas. They both have matching karaoke machines, and it is a little frightening with the two of them singing Taylor Swift together. It is amazing.
We don't sing together.
That's true.
She told him.
Can you imagine this guy in negotiations? Like, we will nuke you for working with the terrorists. And they're like, you don't have that authority. He's like, yeah, that's true.
Yo, honestly, forget the rest of the candidates. Like, she's got my vote right now. Like, his daughter. She's been the most honest one in this whole race.
Look, Ted, Republicans don't like Trump, but they also don't really favor you that much. So if people don't like your policies, your only option is winning them over with your personality.
So maybe stop trying to capitalize on your family and try something new, like taking a page from Bernie's book and dropping a mixtape. Just think about it. Ted Sheeran, okay? Way less creepy, and it doesn't use your family.
And maybe, as long as they're not from Florida, people will begin to trust Ted.
Well, tonight we have a very special guest with us. As many of you know, our beloved President Dr. Beets is retiring.
Mm-hmm. And he authored the book Fenton Forest, a collection of his short stories.
So we thought we'd invite him here to share a little parting wisdom with us and talk about his legacy. Please put your hands together for our president, Gordon Beets.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind. 'Cause all I do
What's up, homies? You act like you've never seen an original G before.
No. That's not. I mean, I just didn't expect you.
I've never actually seen an original G, but also Dr. Beats?
Excuse me, that's little homie G to you?
Wait, does G stand for Gordon?
Yeah.
Listen, I've been thinking a lot about my legacy, how my peeps gonna remember me. Will my hood spray paint my face on my t-shirt when I'm gone?
No, that's only when you die.
So I tried writing.
Oh, yes. Fenton Forest. Loved it.
Fenton Forest, fresh, but, not fresh enough. So I started writing some other books like this one, Beats Survival Guide.
Oh, well, that looks interesting. I mean, there you can see it's tips to surviving the presidency. Great. Can you share some tips with us?
Yeah, sure. Tip number 127, saying, but I'm the president, always wins arguments.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that
I
sounds
can see
good.
that. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Unless you're at home.
Oh.
Okay.
You like my socks?
I do.
Good.
They're popping.
Good.
Fleek.
Tip number 212, revenge is never the answer.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
all right, that
almost
sounds
sounds like
good.
biblical.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
But signing that disagreeable coworker up for Match.com with their work address, that's not technically revenge, is it?
You did that?
I didn't say I did that. Just said a tip.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right,
marketing
that
wouldn't
doesn't
let me
count,
print
just a
it, so I wrote this book, The Art of the Deal, How to Compromise.
Wait. Hold on. Isn't that Trump's book?
Can't you read? Beats, right on the top.
I mean,
I even got Ben Carson to endorse it.
okay, that's because it's Trump's book.
Yeah. So okay. Wait. So how did you end up like this?
Hey, man, I'm relaxed. I wanted to leave a real legacy, so I became a rapper. Plus, my last name is literally Beats. I mean, it's just a matter of time before I started dropping bars. Plus, other presidents did it. Look.
Jumpman. This place up to something. He just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out of the country.
Another one.
I can't do it my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. Yeah.
Those are just compilations of Obama's speeches.
But it's not just Obama. Another one.
If you can't hear what I'm trying to say, if you can't read from the same page, maybe I'm going deaf, maybe I'm going blind, maybe I'm out of mind.
If they could do it, I could do it, which is why somebody better call the volunteer fire department because my new album is straight fire.
Wait. It's called Straight Out of the 423. There's a track called It's Going Down at the VM, and Beats better have my money.
Beats, holla at me.
It's hard being the president. Can't afford to be hesitant. Said throw some D's on that, like your report card. You listen to G-Eazy, but this go too hard.
Little homie G, everyone!
Wow.
That's all the time we have for tonight. So remember, just like the plot man in Batman v Superman, don't you go anywhere.